Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. And as promised, we are back. Mr. Self proclaimed tube light, but we call him analyst Bharat Ramraj. And of course, me, the women's cricket of obsessed one. I'm wearing a blue jacket, Bharat. So we'll start with the blue team, which is Delhi Capitals, which is a very similar color to this blue. There is another blue, of course, in Mumbai Indians. And Bharat today sent me Gautami Nayak's video and said something which I completely agree with. He said that Gautami Nayak actually has a lot of resemblance to Harmanpreet Kaur, and I completely agree. There were a few shots which were absolutely trademark Harmanpreet Kaur shots, right, Bharat?
That's what I thought. Obviously, Kaur has a little more power, perhaps, because
Yeah.
very experienced and she's played that way for long. But in terms of how Gautami is very much a bottom-handed player and Kaur
Yeah.
also is a bottom-handed player, so I think that is why the shots just looked very similar.
I thought also the bat swing, especially when she's hitting the offside strokes,
Yes.
it's almost like if somebody kind of tries to say that she's emulating Kaur, I won't be very surprised if it someday comes out that she was actually trying to kind of follow Harmanpreet Kaur, because the shots are pretty much like that. While we are talking of Gautami Nayak, we welcome another G, from G for Gautami to G for Gargi. Welcome, Gargi. How freezing is it in Delhi? And how's the Josh after the auction day?
It's been really nice watching the auction. And, we did a video last night as well when we were doing that live, and we ended it on a very, very warm note about how far women's cricket has come. And then this morning as well, of course, I recorded that video last night. So it ended on a very positive note, apart from so much happening. You look back on the entire journey of women's cricket and you realize, wow, there was a time when I could not join a cricket club, versus now when women's cricketers are going for 3+ crores in the auction. So great times to live in, great time to be a woman cricketer as well in the country. But what was the other question you asked? How's the cold? It's not
Yeah.
as cold. It's not as cold. One jacket, one sweater will do. But and I was outside shooting till late night, so it wasn't as cold, but it will get colder.
Bangalore is
Let's
also
hope
getting
so.
quite cold here in the night. Bangalore is
I,
also getting
I'm
cold.
just hoping that, this is completely out of context what I'm going to say, but I really want to bring out my hoodies because I'm a bit of a hoodie collector. Gargi
Yes.
knows this. Gargi has gone shopping with me, but Bharat, of course, has not gone shopping. And Bharat also doesn't seem like a guy who likes shopping much. But Gargi and I, as you guys can understand, we are a bit of shopping people. And hoodies are something we like. But talking about the game, let's come back and discuss. First, we will jump to DC. The panel jumping to DC, especially in a WPL live in Rev Sports, is nothing that is out of the blue or something. It's a self-declared favorite team. Snehashish, me. Snehashish probably has a little inclination towards RCB, but once Mithali Raj was out of the equation as far as Gujarat is concerned, it was DC all the way for me. Gargi from day one has been DC. Bharat, though, I would like to know, Bharat, which team are you supporting?
I am very much a neutral, so maybe on some days when Elise Spirit and Mandana are playing for RCB, so I would pretty much go for them.
But I know Bharat has an inclination, Gargi. You would agree with me that Bharat has an inclination for underdogs. So whatever teams are playing, he would choose the underdog and say, "Today I will back so and so team." So, first DC retained players. Of course, DC had retained all five positions. They did not come with right to match, and DC's players are wait. Just give me 1 second. Of course, Shafali Verma, Laura Woolward, we are quite sure that's going to be their opening combination. Maybe if in case there is a injury scare, or if Laura Woolward somehow is horribly out of form, we can also see Lizelle Lee. Then number three, I do believe will be the captain of Delhi Capitals, Jemima Rodriguez, especially because Gargi path was extremely clear that Laura Woolward leadership role, yes, but we want to go for an Indian captain. And I think makes so much sense that WPL is a place where, yes, as a franchisee, you want to win. Also, as a franchisee, you want to make a difference to the Indian cricket at large.
Absolutely. Apart from that, I would also say that at the end of the day, Women's Premier League or Indian Premier League, both are businesses. They are, the number one thing about them is that they are commercially viable franchise leagues, and they work for money. They earn a lot of money. So the money part is very, very important. And if you need to earn money and get as many eyeballs as possible on your franchise, you need to have an Indian captain. If you put a Laura Woolward on a billboard across the country, or at least even in Delhi, not many would recognize who that person is. Of course, some cricket loyalists will know, but will it resonate with the larger audience? I
Yeah.
don't think so. Jemima
Yeah.
Rodriguez is a very household name in India, and if you put her on a billboard, everyone will know who that person is, and that's just a smart brand strategy. Even if maybe Laura Woolward is 30 times a better captain than Jemima Rodriguez, I would still
Jemmy has to become a captain. Jemmy is a leader now. She has to become a captain, but I think it's perfectly
yeah,
fine.
we
That's
still
where
need
you
Jemmy as
groom.
captain.
Absolutely. And as you said, the relatable face. You need someone relatable. And WPL, I have always thought Bharat has somewhere got the criticism that it is still about a lot more about overseas players. And these are the small moves which can actually bring the league a little towards the Indian players. Because see, for example, yesterday you and I were chatting and we were talking about how UP is extremely dependent on Indian domestic talent, which is where there is a little bit of confusion yet, because these are not proven performers, they at a bigger stage. So overseas players are still the kind of main players, the X factors. That is where you want, small steps like Indian captain and get it back towards Indian players a little more. Bharat.
Yeah, that is true. Obviously, it happened with IPL as well when it was started somewhere in 2008. It felt as if some teams at least were depending a lot more on overseas players, and there is a gradual process for WPL as well, not just in terms of Jamima Rodriguez, or if in case I know UP have a captain there waiting in the wings, McGlenning, but if they really want to, someone else, if someone else they want to, they can look at. So Deepti Sharma on those lines. So what I'm trying to say is not just in terms of captaincy. You look at some of the younger players. Dia was selected. Prema Rawat was selected. Maybe a couple of years earlier, it wasn't the same. I think it is, you are seeing more and more of younger players coming to the ranks. Nikki Prasad, obviously, they think that she could be one of the main players, or maybe who knows, captain the side one fine
Yes,
day. Yeah, so that tells you that it's a gradual process. You don't expect it to happen suddenly, but I feel WPL is getting there. At one point of time, hopefully, Indian women's cricket will have more than enough depth, and on an overall picture that would help Indian women's cricket as well.
absolutely. Let me read out the Delhi team, then we can quickly ask the opinion of my guest. Shafali Verma retained, Jemima Rodriguez retained, Laura Woolward, Dia Yadav, batter, Nandini Sharma, pace bowler, the only Indian pacer that Delhi has. Tanya Bhatia, wicketkeeper. Lizelle Lee, wicketkeeper. Mamta Mariwala, wicketkeeper. Out of the three wicketkeepers, Lizelle Lee can bat. Mamta Mariwala can bat. Tanya, of course, can bat. I mean, all players can hold their bats, but aren't really. Tanya isn't really a batting option. She can come at number 11, but out of the three wicket keepers, she's the best wicket keeper, and nobody can change my opinion about that because she is so fast as far as her hands are concerned. She's so fast. Um, All rounders, again, this is something that most of the teams have concentrated on. Chanel Henry, I thought fantastic buy. Sneh Rana, Sri Charani, Minu Mani, another fantastic buy. Annabelle Sutherland, Marizanne Cap, of course, was retained. Lucy Hamilton, Nikki Prasad was retained. Now, my question to Gargi and Bharat both. I'll start with Gargi, then we'll come to Bharat. First things first, how much would you rate DC's auction? Uh, say out of 10. Let's say out of 10. Number two, best buy from the team, steal buy, and one of the buys which have confused you, or some auction strategy if that has confused you. Gargi.
Okay, so let's start with rating the auction. I think DC has had the best auction out of all the teams. I would definitely say DC has had the best auction, because you got two very good spinners. You, on that front, you did very very well, and of course you strengthened that opening partnership as well, and you got explosiveness in lower down the batting order with Henry. So overall, you tried to fill all the gaps that were there in the DC squad. So um, out of 10, maybe 9. I would say 9 would be a good one. Steal is what you're asking. I think Laura Woolward for 1.1 crores is a steal, because I was expecting her to go till 3 at least, and 2 to 3 I was expecting her to go, but that was quite a steal for Delhi Capitals. Maybe a confusing buy would be maybe Lucy Hamilton, but they really wanted her. The management really wanted Lucy Hamilton in the team. And should I also give my playing 11? Predicted playing 11. I think it's going to be
I was
obviously.
keeping that for SWOT analysis when we do that before the WPL. Yeah, that's what you know. So steal by confusing strategy. What did you say?
Lucy.
Lucy. Okay, got it.
Steal,
Bharat.
She
steal I
wanted to
said, no?
give.
Yeah.
She wanted to give the playing 11 or on those lines, something like that. She
Yeah,
said.
no, I said playing 11. Let's keep it when we do SWOT analysis because फिर तब क्या करेंगे Bharat? We have to repeat what we are saying now. Yeah, please go ahead. So my questions are rating, best
Okay.
buy, steal buy, and a strategy which confused you.
Okay. It was pretty good. Yeah, I can give 9, maybe 8.5 or whatever it is. As far as the best buy or the steal buy, yeah, I would agree. Laura Woolward was one, but don't forget someone like Sunil Henry. I think it was a kind of dark horse kind of buy. I won't call it a steal buy because
Yeah.
you don't expect it to go for so much money or so much price, but still, it was kind of a dark horse kind of a buy. And I also like the fact that they picked Inu Mani, so they now have a left arm spinner. They have a little bit of a wrist spin as well. So that is where I think it really helps. And one confusing buy, maybe in relation to wicket keeping, I understand why they went about the things in that manner. Because, as you noted, Tanya Bhatia, when it comes to her batting, she's definitely nowhere near where it should be. But still, having three wicket keepers out there in a roster, it doesn't really look good, at least as an outsider. So that's what I would tell. Anything else if I missed? I think Sneha Rana was a good utility cricketer out there. They have picked in terms of what she brings as an overall package. I understand in T20 cricket, off spin it didn't be one of the best buys or one of the best buys going around, but still, as a package, I think she brings something to the table.
Before we move on to the next team, of course, I will give my ratings and best buy and steal buy and all that. So rating for me, I will go zero point 0.5 ahead of what Gargi gave, and I would say 9.5. And the zero point 0.5 that I'm deducting, I would have given 10 out of 10, but I'm deducting that zero point 0.5 because I agree both with Bharat. Sorry, that the wicket keeping strategy kind of confused me. That you are having three wicket keepers, whereas I would have actually used that Tanya Bhatia money probably to get another Indian pacer as a backup because you just have one Indian pacer in Nandini Sharma. That does not matter because you have a number of big names as far as pace bowling is concerned from overseas who are also batters. So the good part about Delhi is the balance that they will find is because Marizanne Cap also bowls, Annabelle Sutherland also bowls, Shunair Henry also bats. So that kind of helps them. The pace bowling and batting both are covered. So for me, the best buy, right? The best buy, definitely, I completely go with Gargi on this, Laura Woolwart. Steal buy, though, one Bharat did take her name. I will take it one step further and say Sneh Rana definitely at 50 lakhs for me is a steal buy. Especially because, so if you had asked me Sneh Rana before 2025, I would have said 50 lakhs is fair enough because she brings, the bowling part, 4 overs, good bowling, that's it. But do not forget that she just doesn't bat. She bats at a good, healthy strike rate down the order. And that is why she can also add to it. She can also support a Sri Charani. She can also support Jemmy, most importantly, when it comes to captaincy. So taking all that together in 50 lakhs, I think it's a steal buy. So that's what it is. You guys actually start tagging us in Twitter. Gargi Raut, Bharat Ramraj. Bharat Ramraj is there as fan cricket something. Fan cricket?
Yes, yes.
Fan
Yeah,
cricket.
yeah.
Right. So he is
Yes,
there
yes.
with fan cricket. Gargi is there. Gargi Raut 15, if I'm not wrong. See, there you go. And of course, me, I'm Trisha Ghoshal. I'm there as Trisha Ghoshal as well. So tag us, tag Rev Sports and tell us. Okay, 4 simple questions. Rate the auction. Best buy from the team, steal buy from the team, a strategy you did not understand. And Taylor Swiftly, this has become my favorite. I don't know where did I hear it. Every time I have to say, let's move on swiftly, I use the word Taylor
Taylor
Swiftly.
Swiftly.
Okay.
Let's guess. The next one is UP Warriors.
Actually, it has come out as Gujarat Giants.
That's
So Gujarat Giants, I'll just read out the team. Batters: Daniel White Hodge 50 lakhs, Bharti Fulmali 70 lakhs. They bought them. The bowlers: Tita Shadu pacer 30 lakhs, Rajeshwari Gaikwad left arm spinner 40 lakhs, Renuka Singh Thakur 60 lakhs, and you have got Happy Kumari right arm fast, I mean medium fast, at 10 lakhs. Wicket keepers: Yastika Bhatia 50 lakhs, Beth Muni 2.5 crores, Shivani Singh 10 lakhs, and all rounders: Sophie Devine 2 crores, Ashley Gardner 3.50 crores, Kim Garth 50 lakhs, Georgia Wareham 1 crore, Kashvi Gautam 65 lakhs, Kanika Ahuja 30 lakhs, Tanuja Kanwar 45 lakhs, Ayushi Soni, sorry, 30 lakhs, Anushka Sharma 45 lakhs. Before I ask anything, please, Gargi, sum up the stupidity that's going around Anushka Sharma going to Gigi. There's a lot of, right, what's happening in Twitter. Yeah, I mean, it is such, and Bharat, kudos to you on calling it out. I saw Bharat had tweeted and said, some people are creating absolute ruckus about this. Guys, come on, get a life.
I
Genuinely.
think that's precisely what needs to happen. People need to find some hobbies that is not Twitter,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
not expressing their opinions unprompted. You
There are a
can.
number of books, guys, I have that I have finished reading. And if you pay for the courier, I'm going to send the books to you for free. I am happy to do it if you guys read it. Please stop doing this stupidity. Read some books, watch something, get a life. But my
Yeah.
question remains the same, Gargi. Rating, best buy, uh, seal buy,
Okay.
strategy that surprised you.
This is a difficult one because I don't
Yeah.
think I've completely understood what Gujarat Giants was trying to do here.
See,
Um,
you are in line with what the team management is thinking. Even they aren't sure what they want.
so I was trying to, I was looking at the entire squad now, and I was like, huh, okay. But I nothing stands out to me. That's the problem. If I was to look at Sophie Devine, of course their retentions are good. Ashley Gardner and Beth Mooney are good, but if I were to think of who is the standout buy here, a steal or something like that, um, hmm, it's very difficult. Will I say a Georgia Warren for 1 crore? But that's still
Interesting.
a bit expensive, is what I think. Sophie Divine, what I think of when I think of Sophie Divine is longevity, because you're building for the next 2 years.
Yeah,
And
2 crore Sophie Divine. Yes, I
yes,
agree.
so which is why I think that they overspent a little bit there as well. Maybe the steal buy is Renuka Singh Thakur. I think 60 lakhs is could, Renuka Singh Thakur could have gone for more if the other teams had that spot, open or something like that. But let's say Renuka Singh Thakur is the
Steal
what
by.
the steal buy. The surprising buy would be Sophie Divine for 2 crores, or rather, the confusing buy will be Sophie Divine for 2 crores, and surprising will be Bharti Fulmali for 70 lakhs. That's what I would say. And
Rating?
rating, wow, 85-25.
I have got
um,
that panelist. One calls himself Tube Light, the other one says 85-25 and cracks a joke on her own mistake. Yes, 85-25.
a 4.5 in the auction.
Bharat, you know my questions by now.
Best Buy, the Best Buy, it's confusing this particular franchise, but I'm thinking it could be Sophie Divine in the end because just because of what she brings to the side. I'm just looking at the players that I've picked. On that basis, I think it is Sophie Divine because at her best, I think she picks the lane quite quickly against spin. That is what I have noted for the last few years. I'm not saying she has always been at her best in very recently in the World Cup, but still, in that 100 that she scored against Australia, you could see that she was picking the length really quickly on a pitch which was slowing down, and obviously she uses her strong shoulders to bowl medium pace. Sometimes it feels like it is quicker than what the batter thinks. So what she brings to the side, I think, as well as leadership qualities. So I would say it is the best buy. The steel maybe yes, it is Renuka maybe, but I would just add again, it's a dark horse. This girl Kashvi Gautam, whatever little I saw of
Yeah.
her, I think there's something about her bowling. I think she can be quite useful if they use her well. Other than that, is there any other question? Okay, confusing by. There are quite a few confusing buys in this, so I'm wondering which one to go for. Yeah, maybe I will go for uh, Bharti Fulmali, considering how much they spent. So that would be it. As far as rating is concerned, can't give more than 4.5. That is where I think I will leave it because especially if you look at even their pace bowling, leave alone everything else. Even if you look at their pace bowling, it looks quite what can you say, bang average. If
Yeah,
everything goes for them in the slog overs, then it could really go really go for wrong for them because I don't think Renuka Singh is still there when it comes to bowling in the slog overs.
that's
She
okay.
kind of
Yeah.
kisses the surface. The ball just kisses the surface, and you always feel like the batter can get underneath it.
Absolutely. Agreeing with my panelists, the rating, I never had a doubt that I am not going to give anything more than 4.5. I will put it as 4. I thought I was very, very disappointed with the way Gigi planned, but I can't say I'm surprised. Michael Klinger and his ideas do not surprise me because he is a little like that. And well, I had kind of inside sources knowing that Michael Klinger is like this. So, anyway, best buy. Very good question because hmm, Best Buy, I think I would say Kashvi at 65 for me is a very good buy because she's a very she can hit the ball well, and she can hit the deck as well on a good day. The only probably problem is Kashvi is injury prone. That's there. But Kashvi at 65 for me is one of their best buys. Steel buy, I would say one name that both of you did not mention, Kanika Ahuja. at 30 lakhs, I do think is a steal buy because she will give you that off spin if you need to. Though I know with Ash Gardner in the team, but you still, you want a backup, and she's a very good finisher. So that is there. So Kanika Ahuja, confusing buy.
Eccleston.
I will have. Sorry,
Sophie is also a steal maybe at 85.
Sophie Eccleston. Yes, Sophie Eccleston. Sure, but Sophie Eccleston is not in Gujarat. No, in UP.
Oh, right. Sorry.
It's
I just
okay.
had a Gigi
Auction
moment.
hangover. Yeah, auction hangover.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and the confusing by, I would say Danny White Hodge, and I'll explain why. I thought they will go for Danny White Hodge, but they went for Sophie Devine for 2 crores. And then back up, you have Danny White Hodge. So definitely Danny White Hodge and Devine both can't play because you already have 2 spots blocked in Beth Mooney and Ashley Gardner. And if both of them play, then you can't play a Georgia Wareham or Kim Garth, and your pace lineup looks crazy if you are not going to play Kimgard. So considering that, then you have a Georgia Wareham as one of the extras to go for another extra, someone like Danny White Hodge, especially with the amount of money you have given to Sophie Devine. And then backing it up with Gargi's point, the longevity of Sophie Devine is another question because remember, she has retired from ODIs. It's about time she will very soon retire from T20Is as well and probably concentrate on franchisee cricket. But again, for how long is the question? And you want to build a team, something like MI has done, whose core you can carry forward. Something like DC has done. Say, for example, a Shafali, you can definitely say is with DC for the next 5 to 7 years. Jemima, 5 to 7 years for sure. Nikki Prasad, more than that. So that is where I kind of felt that's the confusion part as far as I am concerned. Next up, of course, two-time champions, Mumbai Indians, the other team in blue. Let me read out the team. Harmanpreet Kaur retained. Shabnim Ismail, fantastic buy at 60 lakhs. I could not stop myself because Shabnim Ismail at 60 lakhs is a fantastic buy. Millie Illingworth, 10 lakhs. Saika Ishak, 30 lakhs. Rahila Firdos, wicketkeeper, 10 lakhs. G. Kamalini, wicketkeeper batter, 50 lakhs retained. Nicola Carey, 30 lakhs. Haley Matthews, 1.75 crores retained. Amanjot Kaur retained. Naxiver Brunt retained. Amelia Kerr, 3 crores. Sajivan Sajana, 75 lakhs. Sanskriti Gupta, 20 lakhs. Triveni Vashisht, 20 lakhs. Poonam Khemna, 10 lakhs. Nalla Reddy, 10 lakhs. Now for this team, I'll start from Bharat. Bharat, rating, best buy, surprise buy, confusing strategy.
And I just muted myself. That is why that is why I was looking at it. So yeah,
Guys,
Mumbai
you are not
Indians.
alone.
Mumbai Indians. It was a good one, I think, in the end. So maybe I will give them seven or on those lines because they got some good steel buys as well. So considering that, I think it was about 7.5. Yes, Shabnim Ismail, I think, was a kind of a steal buy because she gives you that pace factor. I saw her a little bit of her recently as well in the WPL. She's still bowling reasonably fast. May not be at her peak, but it still seemed as if she had something in the tank, and she will definitely come into the equation. And a few others. I'm not very sure about why they went for Amelia Kerr to that extent in terms of I'm saying the price,
Money.
but maybe
Yeah.
it was a kind of an emotional buy. Still, she has that googly, gets a lot of fizz on her googly, and on certain pitches because she bowls a little bit quicker through the air than compared to some other cricketers in the women's circuit when it comes to that googly. She might still do well with the ball in hand. The steel by. I'm thinking a steel by. Yes, I already noted Shabnim Ismail. Other than that, uh, I'm not very sure who was really really good by here, but I think Nicola Carey was a dark horse. Is a dark horse kind of player because she very much plays dot square of the wickets. So on certain wickets on Indian tracks against spinners, she might do really well. So I think that is about it. If I have to cover something else, uh, I would say yeah, one dark horse and one steel by.
Gargi.
Okay, so steel is obviously definitely. I think we all agree on this. Shabnam Ismail for 60 lakhs is wow. Uh,
Yeah.
it's
That's the
an incredible,
reaction.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's an incredible buy. Uh, what was the other one? I forgot the two questions.
Yeah.
Confusing and
Rating best by confusing.
best buy. I think best is Shabnam. Confusing
Hmm.
is Amelia Kerr in terms of price again. I think it was they were just focused on getting her back, and which is why they
Yeah.
went for that price. But apart from that, it doesn't make any sense. If we also talk about confusing buy, oh, I just said confusing buy. What is wrong with me? This auction is hangover. But
You also
another,
become tube like.
yeah, best is Shabnam.
Huh.
Confusing is Amelia, and Steel is, I think, if you're thinking of developing a core, Millie Illingworth is, I think, a good Steel at 10 lakhs because she is a really, I mean, her pace is good. She's 20 years old, so she's someone you can have in your team for a very long time. So that's my rating. And sorry, the rating will be oh, 7.5.
Bharat, you said 7. She said 7.5, right?
Yeah, I always give point 0.5 less. That's my style.
Okay. And I know for what I'm going to tell seriously, RCB 4 out of
We
10
haven't
cricket.
even spoken about RCB.
1 मिनट सीरियसली आरसीबी 4 आउट ऑफ 10 क्रिकेट की सी भी नहीं पता। हाँ हमें नहीं पता ना, तो आप मत देखो, क्योंकि आप अगर देख रहे हो तो ध्यान से देखो, क्योंकि हमने आरसीबी डिस्कस ही नहीं की है। तो पागल इंसान, देखो तो ठीक से देखो, वरना anyway, we have spoken about good morning VK18. Hello, we have spoken about first it was DC, after that it was GG, and now we are speaking of MI. None of the teams are RCB yet. Okay, getting back to the point. For MI, yeah, I kind of agree with Bharat. I'll go with Bharat's score rating 7. I thought because there are two emotional buys here. One is Saika Ishak, and the other one, of course, is Amelia Kerr, which makes very little sense to pay 3 crores for Amelia Kerr, because as Bharat already has said, there is nothing new to add. She has become a very one-dimensional person, one-dimensional player, not person. Steal by for me, I think steal by. Wow.
I was like, why is Trisha taking a jab at Amelia? What has
What?
Amelia done to Trisha? One
What?
dimensional person.
Yeah, I'm like, she has become a one-dimensional person. As if Amelia Kerr was my friend, and now she has become a one-dimensional person. Yeah, I meant one-dimensional player, of course. Uh, yeah, I thought Sanskriti Gupta, a good buy. Best buy would be too much to say, just a kid, but I think a very, very good buy. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I think we have summed up confusing strategy, as I said, the whole emotional part, but also it's not surprising. It is confusing, yes, but it's not surprising. We have often seen Mumbai Indians trying to get their people back, their players back, and has ended up spending a lot of money. In one of the IPLs, you guys will remember Gargi Bharat. They spent about 16 crores for to get Ishan Kishan back. For me, getting Amelia Kerr at 3 crores almost seemed like that. And for intelligent people who are going to comment 16 crores and 3 crores are not same, mathematically we know that. Let's go. Let's go to RCB week 18. RCB अब आएगा rating. RCB का. And we will, of course, start off with the Bangalore guy. But before that, let me read out the team. And before anything else, let me tell you something. If anybody knows or has followed Smriti Mandana over the years as a cricketer, not stalking her in social media or her home, Amelia, notorious new, yes, correct. प्रकाश ये तुम क्या छुपा छुपा के कमेंट्स दे रहे हो फिर हटा रहे हो?
I accidentally clicked.
ओ अच्छा अच्छा। गार्गी कुछ भी कर रही है। अम, इसीलिए इसीलिए गार्गी उसने बोला कि आरसीबी को 4 मत दो आउट ऑफ 10। Anyway, if anybody knows and has followed Smriti Mandana's cricket for over the years, can actually see the team and understand how involved Smriti was. Maybe physically she was not there in the auction table, unlike Harmanpreet Kaur, but the involvement was clearly there. So Smriti Mandana, of course, retained Georgia Wall, 60 lakhs, Lauren Bell, 90 lakhs, Lindsay Smith, 30 lakhs, Richa Ghosh retained Kumar Pratyusha, 10 lakhs, Dayal and Hemlata, 30 lakhs, Pooja Vastrakar, 85 lakhs, Shriyanka Patil retained, Radha Yadav, 65 lakhs, Arundhati Reddy, 75 lakhs, Prema Rawat, 20 lakhs, Ellis Perry retained, Nadine de Klerk 65 lakhs, Grace Harris 75 lakhs, Gautami Nayak 10 lakhs. Bengaluru guy, let's start with you. Rating, best buy, surprise buy, confusing strategy.
Yeah, goodbye. I guess it is
Goodbye.
Nadine. The best one is a BU, I guess. That's why
Sorry, yeah. Bharat.
the best buy maybe Nadine de Clark because of what she brings or she could bring to the side at the price that they got. I think it is a good one because I feel she has improved her hitting prowess compared to what she was maybe a year or so ago. Maybe she has done some strength and conditioning and she has bulked up a little more and definitely her power hitting skills.
By the way,
Uh, uh,
Bharat, just interrupting you, she said exactly this after the match against India. She had come for the press conference, and obviously we had asked her about the big hitting. That is when she had said what you just said. She has worked on her strength and conditioning separately in the off season with the strength and conditioning coach for the big hitting. Sorry, Bharat, continue.
Yeah, so I would say she's the best buy in comparison to the price that she went. She can
Yeah,
also be obviously included in the steel buy as well.
yeah.
Otherwise, you can go for maybe for someone like Grace Harris just because the kind of impact she can bring on her day. Though although she might still miss out at the top of the order because ball is also there. So considering that, she might still miss out at the top of the order, but she gives you that little bit of off spin as well. Uh, Maybe a future investment kind of again a dark horse kind of player. It is I guess Prema Rawat. I think she brings that utility kind of player that every franchise will be looking out for at present in terms of fielding, in terms of the way she bats. So she can improve her offside game. I guess that is something I feel is lacking, and obviously she's also a decent spinner. So that would be it. Total, what could be my ranking? Maybe I'd give them 8, 7.58. Yeah, 8.
Gargi.
Okay, so my bad. Okay, the best buy here is Nadine de Klerk, and she's
Mm.
also the steal. Can I give both the ones to the same
Yeah,
person?
yeah.
So best buy and steal buy is Nadine de Klerk because this is something we were discussing in the auction as well, that's not something we expected. 65 lakhs. I thought there would be a sort of a bidding war for
Bidding
Nadine.
war.
But anyway, what's left is confusing, right?
Yeah,
Um, would I say Pooja Vastrakar just for how injury prone she is? That's all.
yeah, yeah.
And if I were to rate them, I think RCB spent a lot of money. But okay, like Bharat said, eight is a good enough because I think they've covered their gaps pretty well.
I will actually rate RCB 4 into 2, 8. So yeah, all of us have gone for something related to 4, but a little double of that. So anyway, for me, good buy or best buy rather is Georgia Wall. I would say, because I can see a huge future there. Left right combination of Smriti Mandana and Georgia Wall, I think, will work wonders for RCB. Steal buy, I don't think there is any confusion in anyone that if you have bought Nadine de Klerk on the recent performance, recent form, and what she has added, the kind of batting, the kind of power hitting that she has added, along with those slower balls, which are literally stopping and coming to you uh, at 65 lakhs, all that. I think a super package, absolute steel buy. Confusing for me, I completely go with Gargi on this. The 85 lakhs for Pooja Vastrakar, I'm very confused. And no, it's not because any of us think that Pooja Vastrakar is not a good player. She is an excellent player. But can she be part of the team? Is she injury free? And for how long is she injury free? In fact, I think that is one of the things I have written in my piece today. That, for example, a lot of people are asking me. Yesterday, I got a lot of texts about why Aliza Healy was unsold. I think the biggest reason for Aliza Healy unsold is the fact that this year, at least, she has not gone a single tournament without being injured. She has not played a tournament entirely without being injured. And that is something the franchises are considering. Now, when you think about that, Pooja Vastrakar has been mostly off, not on the field because of her injuries. That is where it's very difficult to understand why would you buy her for 85 lakhs this year when if Pooja is fit enough for next year, because as far as I know, this year probably Pooja is not even fit to play WPL 2026. So when it comes to WPL 2027, you would have a mini auction. You could have bought her there. So that's something that has confused me. Now, last team left, and I actually need some water. I have been speaking way too much, but we
UP
will we
Warriorz.
will do that after UP Warriors. Let me, yes, thank you. So we have got Meg Lanning, 1.90 crore, Phoebe Litchfield 1.20 crores, Kiran Navgire 60 lakhs, Simran Sheikh 10 lakhs, Kranti Gaur 50 lakhs, Sophie Eccleston 85 lakhs, Asha Shobna 1.10 crores, Shipra Giri 10 lakhs, Diendra Doughton 80 lakhs, Shweta Shirawat retained, Tara Norris 10 lakhs, Shikha Pandey 2.40 crore, Trisha, G Trisha, Gongani Trisha, 10 lakhs, Pratika Rawal 50 lakhs, Harleen Deol 50 lakhs, Deepti Sharma 3.20 crore, Chloe Tryan 30 lakhs, Suman Meena 10 lakhs. Last team, Gargi Raut, rating best by surprise by confusing strategy.
Okay, the best buy here is obviously Deepti Sharma because of the skills that she's bringing. We all said that she would be the highest bid, and she
Yeah,
was. And because she has been performing in such a way, she has been very
yeah,
consistent recently. Steal, I would say, is Phoebe Litchfield for 1.2 crores. Again, this was an overseas player that I was uh, thinking that she would go for 2 to 3 crores, but it did not go till that. So that
yeah.
is the steal one. And Asha Shobna, I think they spent a tad bit too much because there was a bidding going on. Confusing buy is Shikha Pandey for 2.4 crores. I'm not saying that she doesn't have the ability. I'm just saying that what's with
No,
the
it's not a
pricing?
question of ability. It is a
Price
question
tag.
of what she brings in the table and how much she got for that.
And
That's
Sophie
the
Eccleston
confusing
is
part.
also a good buy at
Yeah,
85.
yeah.
So that's, and for the rating, I would say 8.
Bharat.
That's it.
Yeah, the best buy, yeah, maybe Deepti, but I'm thinking whether I should think about Litchfield. Yeah, one can be steal buy, one can be good best buy. So in that sense, best buy can be Deepti and steal buy can be Litchfield. Confusing one. There is also I'm wondering whether it is Pratika Rawal. Maybe it was an emotional buy, considering her World Cup performances. So I would maybe look at her as a confusing buy. And Any other player, if I have to think about, there's one more actually. The other Dotin, I won't call it as a confusing buy, but looking at how their batting lineup is, their middle order is, that can kind of go against them, where she has to slot in that middle order. Yes, Shika Pandey also. It's a little bit of a confusing buy in the sense to what extent the price tag went to. So I guess I've covered most of it. When it comes to their rating, I won't give them 8. I'm thinking it's maybe 7. Yeah,
Fantastic.
I just missed one. Just missed one.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't take, I didn't take up Sophie Ecclestone's name. I think she can also be included in that still buy
Feel
because
by.
experience that she brings to the table, and she's a very tall spinner. So it is not like she has to flight the ball or put in a lot of effort to flight the ball, and she has very good control, very good repeatable action, and yes, she can add useful runs down the order. Considering that, 85 lakhs is, I think, very much a steal buy. Hopefully, she comes over to India and doesn't feel like she's been kind of insulted and at last minute for Sophie Clostone to tell I won't come over here due to some personal reasons.
Well
Yeah, see,
said, Bharat.
yeah, see, that's why.
Yeah, yeah. There was a comment. Prakash, take that super chat on how Malolanjan had said. Of course, the RCB head coach said that Pooja Vastrkar probably will be available for WPL 2026. We can only hope for RCB's sake and that 85 lakhs sake that that's the case. But we'll have to see. And even if she's available, she's injury prone. So how many matches will she be available for? All that comes to your mind. But getting
Can
back
I
to
just add
UP
one
Warriors,
small thing on Pooja Vasrakar? She's someone who hits the deck hard. So when you hit the deck hard, then obviously you have to be very, very fit to bowl that way.
correct,
Otherwise, it can lead to injuries.
correct, absolutely correct. Yeah, so for me, UP Warriors rating, I'll give it at the end of the lectures that I give right now. Best buy for me will definitely be Sophie Eccleston at 85 lakhs is absolutely the best buy. Steal buy, I would say Phoebe Litchfield, 1.20 crores for someone like Phoebe Litchfield, of course. Confusing is they only have one wicket keeper in Shipra Giri. They do not have a backup wicket keeper because I know a lot of people are thinking about Phoebe Litchfield as the backup wicket keeper. But let me clarify this: Phoebe Litchfield has not kept wickets and registers herself only as a batter. So UP Warriors does not have a backup wicketkeeper, and the wicketkeeper they have Shipra. See, look, Shipra is not a bad T20 batter, but the whole WPL pressure behind the stumps with no backup wicketkeeper is a very confusing strategy as far as I am concerned. I have also written in my copy today that yesterday, sorry, that I will never understand Shikha Pandey at 2.40 crore. Huge respect to her for the skill she brings, but you also have to understand again, much like Amelia Kerr, she's a one-dimensional person. No, one-dimensional play. She just brings the bowling into play. But in general, I thought there were a number of buys where UP went for it because they had the money instead of from Abhishek Nair was expected a little better. That's why I will kind of go Bharat closer to Bharat, but in between Bharat and Gargi and say 7.5 maybe. Or actually, if we give RCB 7.5, yeah, let's give 7 to UP. I thought it's a pretty average stuff from UP. That's about it. We have discussed the 5 teams. We have done the post-mortem of the auction. Now it's time for you guys to do some post-mortem. I repeat, Gargi, what do they have to do? They have to
Tag us. They have to
and
tag
report.
at Trisha Ghoshal, at Gargi Raut 15, and at Fan Cricket.
It's Fan Cricket 12.
Fan Cricket 12. It's mat laga
Yes.
dena usko. At Fan Cricket Win.
Exactly. At Pan Cricket 12 and of course at Rev Sports Global, and tell us which team are you giving what rating? Who's the best by surprise by, steal by, confusing strategy? Today, entire day, you guys can go ahead and keep tweeting. Tomorrow, we will be taking the comments and we will be discussing it. But remember, if you want your comments to be taken, if you want a discussion, you post healthy questions, you post healthy comments, it will be discussed. No disgusting comments will be discussed. Prakash, 10 more minutes left to reach that 1 hour mark. I am giving you 10 minutes to give us comments. We will be taking comments. Prakash doesn't want us to read any comments. So sorry.
I'll take this. I'll take them.
Yeah.
Asim Hans is saying, question for Gargi, who has got the Prada from Sarojini Nagar? The Prada from Sarojini, Nadine de Klerk.
Okay.
What they're
What
saying
is
is
the reference?
basically Sarojini Nagar is a local market, but you end up
I know
finding
what
more.
is Sarojini Nagar, yaar.
ठीक है. I think Nadine de Klerk. Okay, Pratika's selection reminded me of CSK buying Pujara after his PGT heroics. Seems more out of respect. Abhishek did speak about it, and this injury is not something that will last forever. So they do want to sort of groom her into it, looking at her performances in the World Cup as well. So I think it's rather a buy of potential, based off of potential rather than anything else, rather than her current injury. सारे क्वेश्चन मेरे लिए है क्या? Gargi, will foreign bats shine this WPL? For bats आ रही है foreign से?
और वो चमकेंगे.
उसमें glitter होगा. Reason, even bounce at the. अरे हटा दी.
प्रकाश ने बोला गार्गी ने बकवास करना चालू.
Reason, even bounce at DY Patil and Vadotra and minimal help for spinners.
इवन बाउंस तो नहीं था डीवाई पाटिल में, कहीं कहीं पे तो अनइवन बाउंस भी हो रहा है. वडोदरा में भी विकेट स्लो हो सकता है, ऐसा नहीं कि हाँ टर्न शायद नहीं होगा, बट स्लो तो डेफिनेटली हो सकता है. बट येस, एज फार एज फॉरेन बैट्स आर कंसर्न, हाँ गार्गी, व्हाट डू यू थिंक? नाउ आई हैव गिवन इट टू यू.
Given it to me. Foreign batters, yeah, they will shine.
They will shine. Okay.
मैं कैसे predict करूँ? Because that pitch thing that you're mentioning, that is redundant, क्योंकि ऑस्ट्रेलिया और इंग्लैंड जैसा विकेट्स नहीं मिलेगा इंडिया में कहीं भी. Even Eden Gardens, one of the most sporting wickets, is not equivalent to what you find in England and Australia. Maybe Wankhede is definitely one. Chinnaswamy is one. But Vadodara and DY Patil, not so much. Yes,
but at DY Patil, I have seen some dew coming into play. At least in the recent past, whenever I watched, there is.
Guys, just hold for a minute. I'll come back in 1 minute.
Yeah, go ahead, Bharat.
Yeah, the batting seemed to get better at times at the DY Patil Stadium. So maybe with humidity around, if it increases a lot to 80-85%, I think you will get some dew as well.
Okay, Amazon Singh is saying, wow, UP has major problems. Their biggest issue is the lack of a proper wicket keeper. In India, relying on a part-time wicket keeper, they don't have any foreign specialist fast bowlers. And Pratika Rawal, not fit, not T20I.
Right.
What do you think?
Not fight.
Not fight.
Let's not fight. Not fit.
Yeah, let's not fight.
She won't be able to fight.
Confusing by McLaren at... No, confusing by... उसका कुछ जवाब नहीं हो सकता, वो लाजवाब है. Confusing by McLaren. Why at 1.9 crores they won't give her captaincy? हाँ तो नहीं दे, बैटिंग तो करेगी वो. हाँ. नेक्स्ट प्रकाश. चलो भाई जल्दी करो, हम लोग इतना बकवास कर रहे हैं क्योंकि टायर्ड हो गए. आरसीबी bowling is trash. Batting ends after 6. Radha is a run machine. Reddy is a full toss factory. Reddy is a full toss factory. No quality capped Indian bowler. No spinner. प्रेमा रावत इज अ क्लाउन. आरसीबी 4 out of 10 वर्स्ट टीम ऑफ WPL. अच्छा, ये कोई होगा जिसको आरसीबी
ये
पसंद नहीं है.
ट्रोल है ये.
या
Will
भरत,
DC
अरे चलो, गार्गी के अलावा किसी और के लिए तो क्वेश्चन आया. भरत, विल डीसी क्रॉस द लाइन दिस टाइम? बताओ.
First of all, thanks for just tagging me, joking. But anyway, so someone even thinks about tube light as well somewhere. Yeah, that feels. Actually, I told to Kap in the interview as well when I took her interview. At least, hopefully, once Delhi Capitals or South Africa will cross the line. This was before the World Cup, so I wished her as well. So, considering all that, I hope that they will cross it this time. They have the best side, I think, if you look at the auction. But as we know, when it comes to the final or when it comes to the knockout, you never know what will happen on that day. But if you look at the auction table, what has happened, I think they can cross the line. And as I noted, I have already wished Cup.
तो अलाना, ओ अच्छा, ये क्वेश्चन तो अलाना किंग के लिए है. हम तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते. Why do you think she's been excluded
Hello,
despite
Alana.
her recent? What?
Just calling Alana to ask her why she thinks she's been excluded.
Do you think she's been excluded despite her recent performances versus South Africa? I think Alana King was excluded because by the time she came, the spinner slot was kind of full. Yes, as a leg spinner, probably she could have been effective. But if you actually look at most of the teams, they have gone for all rounders, mainly foreign all rounders, and then foreign batters, top order batters. So that is where it is mostly covered up. Spinners you get from India. That is one of the reasons I think they did not want to fill up an overseas slot with someone like Alana King. Otherwise, there's nothing wrong with Alana. That's what Alana also thinks. Gargi just spoke to Alana, as you saw. Trisha, oh, wow. There's a question for me too. I exist, guys. Indian supporter 111. Perfect. Put in, and actually, you know what? My suggestion is Indian supporter put in 1111. That gives a very good manifesting number. So you can manifest Indian win all the time. Trishadi, what's new fad with RCB? Monster finishers in IPL and WPL should somehow play Grace, Richa, and D. Clark together. I don't think Grace and D. Clark will be playing together. I think either of the two will be playing. But if they can get Grace, Richa, and D. Clark to play together, I would love to see which team wants to bowl to them, because then it will be a very very interesting finishing lineup. But I think still one of the best finishing slots have been filled up by RCB, no doubt. Next. Last few questions. Don't forget, Bharat Bhai is Travis Head. Everyone focus on Smith, Stark, and all, but Bharat is real match winner. That is there. Next. Guys, quickly, 2 more minutes. Whatever comments you have to send, jaldi se. Go 32555. Best fielding side of WPL is RCB and best finisher and also many all rounder. ये कैसे हो गया भाई? All
मतलब
rounders, हाँ. ये आरसीबी फैंस है. वर्सेटाइल यूट्यूबर. अच्छा, यूट्यूबर क्यों लिखा है?
YouTuber.
If RCB doesn't play Bell in 11, team combination will be better with both Harris and D. Clark. I think this is interesting. Bharat.
Yeah, that's a good one to tell. If they really don't want to play Bell, then it will work that way. But I guess they will look for someone like a Bell in their bowling lineup, because maybe she brings a little bit of pace. She can get new ball wickets. Uh,
Yeah.
and if you really want to fit Grace Harris, then at least in certain conditions that RCB are supposed to play, then you would want to place her somewhere at the top of the order. But I'm not very sure. There's a place obviously at the top of the order with Wall also there, and you know who's going to open with Wall. So I guess they will go with the same combination that Bell in the lineup. with Bell in the lineup.
Absolutely. One last comment and then we wrap up. Deba and 13 guys off topic, but I didn't get a chance to follow yesterday's auction. How have the Bengal girls fared? As expected, only Saika got a bid of 30 lakhs, and that too, I would say, is an emotional buy because, of course, the mentor. But thank you
Just
guys
want
so
to add
much for joining.
the small thing about that Bell part only. See, if you look at RCB's lineup, they have Arundhati Reddy, they have Pooja Vastrakar. I'm not very sure about the pace attack without Bell out there because
Lauren
I
Bell.
think it's a little something different to that pace
Yeah.
attack if she's around.
Absolutely. All of us agree with Bharat. Thank you so much, Prakash, for the back end support. Yesterday, first two shows, Navonil was, of course, there giving the back end support. Front end, you have seen the three of us there Bharat, Ramraj, Gargi, Raut, along with me. Gargi, in fact, was covering it from the venue, and Gargi and I had an extremely special feeling about this auction because it was different, it was beautiful, and it shows how much what we fought for, what we did not receive as young kids, have finally happened. A dream has been achieved in many ways. With that, we will end the 12
I'll just
noon
add one
discussion. It
small
was,
thing, if it's possible. Just one small thing on that. What you said
yes,
about it being
yes,
special.
Bharat.
Yeah, see, I obviously I go back in time a long time to '95 when England had toured India, and only one match I'd watched in those five one days. Janet Britton and all these girls were playing for England. Helen Plimmer, Karen Smithis, obviously Pramila Bhatt, and Neetu David also might have been there. But what I remember is some of my friends, not just boys, girls who just saw that I was also watching on TV this particular match. They were not just boys, even girls. They were saying, "Why are you watching a women's cricket match? Oh, why are you supposed to watch this match?" That I just remember. Obviously, women's cricket has come a long way since those days.
Absolutely. And in fact, Prakash has taken us to a football stadium, I think, in the background, as you can see. But no, poor jokes aside, thank you so much, Gargi, Bharat. It was lovely talking over the auction, dissecting, and of course, an important series coming up. I'm saying this is important because it's against Sri Lanka. It will be a five-match T20 series between India women and Sri Lanka women. The first two matches will be played in Vizag on the 21st and the 23rd. Then on the 26th, 28th, and 30th in Trivandrum. Yours truly will be there covering, of course, the entire series. It is important because T20 World Cup is in June and you need as much T20 preparation as you can because yes, you have won the ODI World Cup, but you cannot completely negate the fact that BCCI had finally arranged. BCCI has been active for quite a few for the last few years, and that has kind of also accelerated where we have reached in women's cricket. That's about it. Keep watching Rev Sports for more such sports content and like, share, subscribe, and share the videos with your near and dear ones. Thank you. Have a good lunch.